today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Wentz now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And on On the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Stepping up, he's going to, right away, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Quarterback on the keeper. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 11 carries, 53 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Elliott on the carry.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This is Applewhite to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Dwayne Haskins, an early touchdown pass in that one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Neville Gallimore busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The handoff to
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Cowboys.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Out a man down, and it's Sanders. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 40-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and fit it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
The quarterback keeps it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Applewhite looking to throw on second down. And he finds Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On second down, it's Elliott. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now here's Applewhite, throwing on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They fell last week at the hands of the Washington football team, but they've got the lead right now. On 1st down, Clinton. Neville Gallimore on the stop. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now Applewhite to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Applewhite now, throwing again on 2nd and 10. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll work mark it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
They disrupted already for 3 INTs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now Wentz. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Wentz's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
44-yard.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flies. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Spinning away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that one goes down as a 99-yard kick return for 6 from the 1-yard line all the way to the house on the other end. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
At the 40-yard line.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
This is Applewhite off the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
The pass.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10. That'll be caught by Kupp. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and inches at the 11-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
By number 23.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
Still first down.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The setup to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
3-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because
rush coming, and he's taken down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down. as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clinton. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to
VOM.
run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll run on 1st down. Clinton. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Clinton. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Clinton, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong. Direction, a loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 8.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
Do you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used to pull back and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Ralph, and those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Eagles have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go to Elliott again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
This is Wilder. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Draw play, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now come the Eagles.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
To throw is Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Neville Gallimore
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now here's Applewhite off the play fake. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Number 23.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Cowboys.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Wilder. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he is unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.